Dear students, in this lecture, we will study about the third essential requirement for effective transformation of plants, that is, selection and regeneration of transformed plant cells in detail. Once the DNA is introduced into the plant cells, whether indirectly through agrobacterium or directly by physical or chemical methods, the next step is to select and identify the transformed cells and regenerate the transformed plants. In order to screen out the non-transformed cells from the transformed ones, it is necessary to have the selecting agent to which the target plant cells are susceptible and that inhibits the growth but does not kill the wild type cells. Such agents are called as selection marker genes, which are introduced along with the gene of interest into the plant cells for effective screening. The marker genes are dominant and usually of bacterial origin. For example, the genes coding for antibiotic resistance are most commonly used. Other than this method, where the genes providing resistance to a selective chemical agent, there are methods where the genes confer a phenotype allowing visual or physical screening, or even PCR screening can be done to identify plants containing transferred genes to recover the transformants. These genes correspond to the first genes successfully used to select transgenic plants. The genes code for antibiotic resistance and are isolated commonly from bacteria. The NPT2 gene was isolated from the E. coli transposon TN5 and codes for the neomycin phosphotransferase 2 enzyme, also known as aminoglycoside 3-phosphotransferase 2. The aminoglycoside antibiotics that contain the 3-hydroxyl group, such as the kanamycins A, B and C, neomycin, paromomycin and genticin are substrates for NPT2. In plant cells, these antibiotics exert their effect on mitochondria and chloroplasts by impairing protein synthesis. These organelles have ribosomes that are similar to those found in bacteria, hence they are also susceptible to aminoglycoside antibiotics. Therefore, in the presence of antibiotics, the plant tissues show chlorosis caused by the lack of chlorophyll synthesis and growth inhibition. Only those plants will survive in neomycin or kanamycin supplemented media which has the transformed DNA supported with NPT2 gene, whereas the untransformed cells will eventually die. The HPT gene codes for the enzyme hygromycin phosphotransferase, also known as aminoglycoside 4-phosphotransferase. This gene was isolated from E. coli and gives resistance to the hygromycin B antibiotic. The HPT catalyzes the inhibition of polypeptide chain elongation, thus interrupts in the protein synthesis in plant cells. This gene has been extensively utilized, especially when the use of the neo gene is not possible. For example, several monocotyledonous species show high levels of natural resistance to kanamycin. In such cases, HPT gene can be utilized as a selective marker. The next category is the herbicide resistance marker genes, which are screenable, selectable markers. These markers make the identification of transformed progeny efficient and fast. The PAT genes were isolated from Streptomyces viridochromogenes. These genes code for the phosphoinothrycin N-acetyltransferase enzyme, also called as the PAT enzyme. The PAT enzyme inactivates herbicides which contain phosphoinothrycin as active compound by detoxifying it and preventing its binding to the glutamine synthetase enzyme. The glutamine synthetase enzyme catalyzes the conversion of glutamate to glutamine, removing the toxic ammonia from the cell. This enzyme plays an essential role in nitrogen metabolism and ammonia assimilation regulation. When glutamine synthetase is inhibited, ammonia accumulation and an associated disruption of chloroplast structure occurs, leading to photosynthesis inhibition and death of plant cells. Hence, on using the PAT gene as a marker, only those plants survive in phosphoinothrycin supplemented media which has the transformed DNA supported with PAT gene. The BAR gene was isolated from Streptomyces hygroscopicus that produce Bialophos, a tripeptide antibiotic that consists of phosphoinothrycin and 2L-alanine residues. The BAR gene code for the phosphoinothrycin and acetyltransferase enzyme which protects these strains from the action of its own antibiotic, metabolizing phosphoinothrycin into an inactive acetylated derived compound and preventing autotoxicity. The BAR gene is the most widely and successfully used selection marker gene for all of the major cereal species such as wheat, rice, maize, barley, sorghum, oats and rye. In order to identify transformed cells or plants that have been growing on a selective medium, it is necessary to have an easily assayable reporter gene. Reporter genes are genes that enable the detection or measurement of gene expression. They can be fused to regulatory sequences or gene of interest to report expression location, that means at which place in the explant the DNA is incorporated, and also the levels of the transformed cells from the untransformed one can be judged. Reporter genes include genes that code for fluorescent protein and enzymes that convert invisible substrates to luminescent or colored products. For example, Gus gene from E. coli and green fluorescent protein are commonly used reporter genes for plant transformation. Other than these, beta galactosidase, luciferase, etc. are also used. The gene Gus codes for the beta glucuronidase enzyme and was isolated from Escherichia coli. This gene is widely used as a reporter gene in transgenic plants. In this system, The selective agent is a glucuronide derivative of benzyl adenine, that is benzyl adenine N,3-glucuronide, an inactive form of the plant hormone cytokinin. The glucuronide present in the selection medium can be hydrolyzed by the Gus enzyme produced in the transformed cells, releasing active cytokinin in the medium. This cytokinin will be a stimulator for transformed cell regeneration, while non-transformed cell development is arrested. Quantitative data can be obtained from the histological assays that allow tissue and cell-specific localization of Gus activity. These histochemical assays are performed in situ with the chromogenic substrate or stain X-gluc. On treating the plant parts with X-gluc, the Gus activity results in the deposition of an insoluble blue precipitate in the cells, which results in visual identification of the precise location and range of the transformed cells. In addition to fluorescent stains, fluorescent proteins are also used as reporter genes. The most well known of these is the green fluorescent protein, which was initially discovered by Martin Shelfie, Osamu Shimomura and Roger Y. Tsien, for which they received Nobel Prize in Chemistry in the year 2008. Osamu Shimomura was the first one to isolate GFP from the jellyfish Echoria victoria and discovered that the protein glowed bright green under light. Martin Shelfie demonstrated the value of GFP as a luminous genetic tag for various biological phenomena. In one of his first experiments, he colored 6 individual cells in the transparent round worm Synerbitis elegans with the aid of GFP, and Roger Y. Tsien contributed to general understanding of how GFP fluoresces. He also extended the color palette beyond green, allowing researchers to give various proteins and cells different colors. This enabled other scientists to follow several different biological processes at the same time. In most cases, the target protein is not disturbed, and GFP can be used as a chemical flashlight to investigate the localization of transformed gene by use of a fluorescent microscope. This provides the benefit of analyzing the expression without destroying the cells. The expression can be assayed not only to localize the protein, but also to gain a fair estimation of its concentration. The GFP can also be used in those cases where Gus cannot be used. For example, in screening primary transformants, in time course experiments, and analyzing segregation in small seedlings. The major selectable markers NPT2, HPT, BAR gene have proven to be effective for the development of the first generation of transgenic plants. But the use of antibiotic resistance gene was questioned for the future GMO plants for food use. Antibiotic resistance genes from GM foods are taken up by bacteria in the gut during digestion. If bacteria carrying antibiotic resistance genes were ever to cause infection, it would be very difficult for doctors to treat. However, until now, there is no real proof that the antibiotic resistance gene in GM plants pose a threat. Regardless, as a precautionary measure, some experts say that antibiotic resistance gene should not be used and recommended that if they are used, they should be removed from at an early stage of the development of the GM plant. This gave rise to clean gene technology, where the extraneous DNA such as the marker gene should be present in reduced amount.